Hello and welcome back to an episode of Bantu Laurencia. How are you all doing? Hope you're doing great. For today's episode, I want to bring you updates on Nollywood actress Moyo Lawal. Now, Moyo Lawal disappeared from social media after her sex tape was leaked online by a disgruntled ex-boyfriend. Now, Moyo, according to her, she's a very private actress. Nobody knows who because she doesn't flaunt relationship on social media. She's not like Nkechi Blessing that every two days she's showing off a different man. She doesn't operate like that. So according to her, she likes her private life to be private. Moyo says she met this guy and they started dating. I think he lives in the UK or where. He's had children, or he was married before with kids. So she felt maybe he's safe. Not that he had money or anything like that, but she felt that he's matured enough to probably handle a relationship with a successful actress. According to her, they went into the other room, and when they were doing the do, the guy brought out his phone and started recording. She did not object. It was such a bad it was such a bad video because listen, no, he was recording. So I can understand maybe he was not focusing on what he should be focusing on. And she was trying to play for the camera and not responding the way she's... Listen, it was just a bad video. It was bad. That shouldn't have made the internet. But she's, according to Moyo, she broke up with him because he was trying to control her life. You know how you get with somebody who is on the limelight, let's say an actress or an actor or an influencer, and then you're telling them, you met them on social media, but then you're trying to tell them not to be on social media because now you are in a relationship with them. So she said she didn't like that and she broke off the relationship only for the guy to release their sex tape. Moyo tried to be the strong woman, tried to cover it up, tried to, be the bigger person. But at some point, you're going to, maybe, I think maybe she just lock it up somewhere. They don't want to process it, but eventually it hit her and she had to stay off social media. So Moyo is back on social media now and she's explaining why she went on a hiatus, why she's not been granting interviews, and she just said, okay, let me just sit down and tell people what is going on. Watch this.
To me, entertainers should be seen and not heard. And as a thespian, no matter what is happening in your reality, the show must always go on. This is something I probably might never have come out to talk about, and that's why I refused every interview and I just cried with my family and my friends. But there's a narrative that I posted this intimate part of my life, and I refuse to allow this narrative stick with me forever. And more importantly, I've had a few girls reach out to me who are in similar situations, and they keep telling me that they're going to off themselves, that they don't know what to do, their mental state, and they want to leave me. Some people are being threatened, I just need them to understand that this shame is not theirs to carry. It's not their fault. You never really know somebody until you threaten to leave them, or you want to leave them, or you do something that they don't like. In my own case, he told me that it was my fault that this happened because I refused to post him on my socials. Have I ever posted anybody on my socials? He said it's my fault because I refused to post him, and that if he can't have me, then nobody else would ever want me again. I've always had this ability to just overlook things, just numb out what is happening in reality, because I've always had such fun characters that I can always live vivaciously through. But I'm flipping the switch. I've decided that I'm now going to be living vivaciously through my own reality as Moyo, as my own life, not through my characters anymore. Like, I'm just going to have a life full of fun, drama, talking too much, experimenting with what people are doing, just following the crowd, just doing whatever, because what else could happen? I mean, the worst has already happened to me. You're probably thinking to yourself that, is it not this same Moyo that I know that is talking about now living a vivacious life? Posting a few test traps on my socials is absolutely nothing. It's different from my reality. I've always lived my life like a married woman whose husband was out. You know how your husband travels, or your husband is at sea, or your husband. That's how my entire adult life has been. I started working from like before I became an. I've just always been very, because life happened to me when I was really young. I'm flipping the switch, and I'm looking forward to an entirely new character, new adventure, and I hope you will go on this adventure with me and not judge me a bit too much. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you to all my friends and family who understood my need to not want to talk, who understood my need to. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Now, what do you think? Tell me, what do you think about this whole Moyo's situation? Thank you very much for watching today's episode. Please like, and share. Thank you very much for watching. Bye bye.